today. Hello, how are you doing, guys? Thank you for tuning in again. It's Chungu and welcome back to here. Video was supposed to be out just a little bit sooner than it has. It was supposed to be out maybe 1 week, 2 weeks ago, but then I had like technical difficulties. What it was a lot. It was really a lot. Thank you for tuning in again. If you haven't subscribed, please do like, comment. You know what. I'm wearing big ass lashes today. They're huge and I love them. This video is about 25 life lessons at 25. So these lessons reflect my life, my experiences, everything. And bear with me, I'll do quite a bit of like sit down videos at home. There's really nowhere to go, there's nothing much to do, but class is in session. Lesson 1 is everything happens for a reason. I know it really sounds cliche, but it's something I've learned, and I'm learning to not make myself a victim of the circumstance, but instead like a learner of the circumstance. Things have just happened the way they have because that's how they're supposed to be. And 2 is when life gets tough, it's okay to cry. I used to think crying was weak, vulnerable. People who know me know my tears are here. They are on your marks. My tears are on your marks. Yeah. You just have to say go. And it is okay. That's how I choose to express my emotions, and it is perfectly fine. It's be yourself and walk your own path. I'm still learning to do this because of course I aspire to be something. I aspire to have certain things. You live a life that's not yours, trying to be someone you're not. It's not that deep. 4 is you grow apart from your friends and it is okay. You're like, why that person is my friend? Hey, it's supposed to be my friend. Why are we apart? Why don't we talk every day, or why don't we talk the way we would? But then I've just learned that sometimes you drift apart from people, maybe because life is bringing you new people. I don't know. And your inner circle is your dream team. That's a bit self-explanatory. Just people who you keep around you, people who you listen to. 6 is God's plan and timing is the best. If there's anything that I've learned this year, is God's timing and planning is the best. Learn to be bold, courageous, and step out of your comfort zone. This is a very good example of me stepping out of my comfort zone. I don't ever want to regret the things I didn't do more than the things I actually did. So I'm learning to be courageous. I'm learning to be bold. And it doesn't necessarily mean, putting yourself out there. I don't know, whatever that means to you, And 8 is taking care of yourself. Self-care. There's no one who can ever care for you the way you can care for yourself, So a very good example, when I lost my mom, I decided to talk to someone. She one day told me, she's like, Chungu, quite all right, we do these things for you and we help you, but at some point you're on your own. You are on your own. There's no one, you have to do the work. After some point you have to do the work by yourself, so you have to take care of yourself mentally. Next, we're never stopping to learn. I admire people who read books, because it's a good way to learn, and the best person again you can ever learn from is yourself. The only one who knows what certain things teach you, so I'm learning to learn new things. And since I'm not a reader, I've learned that learning through things that I enjoy is also a good way of learning. So through beauty, through travel. I have read a really good book, and I think people who are into psychology books, mind theory books, should read this book, Big Magic: Creating a Living Beyond Fear, by Elizabeth Gilbert. I think she wrote Eat, Pray, Love. It's a really, really good book, and I like to learn more about myself, more than I know. You see, staying learning. See what I was saying? And communication, also self-explanatory. I think I'm learning to value communication more, and just really not even about what I say, it's about how I say, things like that. 11 is putting in the work. When I see results, it makes me feel good. So I'm learning to just constantly put in the work. Hard work pays. It's in 12 is what you put in is usually what you get out. My dad always used to tell me, Chungo, you always pay for your consequences. Or like every action has a reaction. You reap what you sow. 13 is traveling. This may sound a bit subjective, but I've learned, or I'm still learning, that through travel you learn so much and you learn more about yourself also. 14 is building personal relationships. People can get you places. I've learned that I have to build personal relationships with people. For such an extrovert, I have a very small group of friends and a small group of everything else or everyone else. So to me, it's not about just my friends, not just my classmates. It's about how I personally relate to each and every one. That's what's important to me. Even if you have the best personal relationships with people, you don't please everybody, which is the next lesson. You just can't. And the sooner you learn that, the better. Because I used to be in a place where I feel like I need to please people, which was awkward. It ended up being awkward for me, ended up being awkward for them. It's just awkward for everyone. Now you're not really pleasing everybody. It's much. Money management. I really wish I'd learned this earlier. It's not like it's too late. I was really tempted to say saving. But even if you can save, if you can't manage that money, same thing. Money management is something I'm definitely learning. I'm learning how to manage my cash better. Finances are hectic. 17 is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Sorry, there's a mirror here. But literally, I tell myself these things because who's going to believe in you? If everyone is telling themselves, believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you apart from you? Self-doubt is the worst thing you can ever do to yourself. So, not much. Happiness in material things is not how to do it. It's wrong. I have learned, and I'm definitely still learning, that material things should just not be the source of my happiness. Yeah, I mean, of course, there are things when I buy, of course, I mean, they shouldn't be the source of my happiness, and material things will not always be there. So I have to be happy within first, and because if you're not happy by yourself, how can something make you happy? Next is be kind. Self-explanatory. It costs us nothing to be kind. And then listen to yourself, listen to your instinct, listen to your gut. This I'm still learning to do. Sometimes I feel like it's a hoax, because sometimes when I listen to myself, that's when the wrong thing happens. It's awkward. And don't take things or people for granted. Also self-explanatory, anything we shouldn't take for granted. Anything. The next is write it down. It's writing down things. It's something I'm learning constantly, that I need ideas. Whatever it is, I need to write it down. Because when you don't write things down, then you forget. Unless if it's an idea, you'll be sad. Because I've had ideas in my life where I'm just like, one day, like maybe 10 months later, I'm like, what happened to that idea? And then letting go of expectations. Nobody owes you anything. No one owes you anything. At times, I've been miserable, like super miserable, because someone has done this, someone has said this. No, in reality, they just didn't meet my expectations. So I'm learning to also view reality as it is, because that is all it ever will be, if that makes any sense. One, and two, no one owes me anything. So my expectations and what the person is, and sometimes it's just good to keep it quiet. Sometimes our problem is our mouth. Sometimes even if it's the truth, some things are better left unsaid. And I'm learning, my mouth has gotten me in trouble more than anything else in my life. If it's not gossiping, what? And then lesson 25 is I've learned, and I'm still learning, definitely, to be my own best friend. You have to be your own best friend. You know, if I can call myself out on certain things, if I can be a friend to myself, I can be a friend to everyone. Everybody wins. Till next time.